Usually watching like book videos or finance videos. So yeah, what were we talking about? How did I get on that?
1, 2, 3, let's switch this up.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, today I'm going to be doing the Booktube newbie tag, or the newbie Booktube tag. You know what it's called. You see the title. Doing that today. So I'm gonna jump right into these questions. And the first question is, why did you start this channel? So I started this channel a long time ago, first of all, and it was not intended to be like a book related channel. At the time that I started this channel, I didn't even read. I literally, we'll get to when I started reading later, that's one of the later questions, but I wasn't even reading when I started this channel. And this channel is not like solely dedicated just to like reading, but I realized that like a lot of my most recent videos have been about reading, so I'm like, I might as well do this tag because I feel like it pretty much fits at this point. And as far as like the booktube aspect of it, I just started it to, you know, connect with other people who also like to do the same thing, that read books and want to talk about them. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? So I don't know if there's anything that's like super fun or unique, but what I will say is that in my, I was gonna say my travels, in my like perusing of the internet or like social media, YouTube, I don't typically come across book content and booktubers that look like me. So I guess in that sense, I'm not saying that they don't exist or they're not out there. It's just from what I see on my end when I search different things or whatever, I don't often come across too many people that look like me. So I guess that's what I would bring to the booktube space, is diversity or representation. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Next, what are you most excited for about this new channel? So, like I said, the channel's not new, but in terms of the content that I'm posting, the content is new because, like I said, I've never posted book content until this year. So I guess what I am excited about in terms of the content that I'm posting is connecting with other people who are also interested in this type of content. So people that also read similar books or authors, or even if they don't read similar things but they like to read, they have recommendations of things that maybe I've never read, and just kind of like exchanging ideas and stuff like that, connecting with other people in the space. Why do you love reading? Whoa. Nobody say anything about love. Let's not get crazy here. Why? I don't really know. Honestly, I just picked up a book. I think it very much depends on the story. I don't love reading. There are some people that are just very much into reading and literature that like, they just like reading like anything. Like they'll read whatever. I am not that person. I will only read like good books, and I will be very upset if I read a book that's not good. As you saw when I read We Were Liars. Like that was a book that I felt like was not good. And I was very like upset that I spent my time reading that. Whereas other people were like, oh, it wasn't great, but like they just move on and like they're unbothered by it. Like that bothers me very much. To me, reading the stories that I read is kind of the same as like binge watching a show on Netflix or Hulu or whatever. So I guess that's kind of why I like it. And I also like it because I can kind of take it wherever I want to go. Most of the time when I'm reading on my phone. You don't need headphones. There's no sound. Like you can kind of just like be in your own zone and kind of get lost in the story. And like I said, you can take it wherever. And it's not like an extra thing that you have to carry because, like I said, it's on my phone. And I have my phone all the time anyway. So it just kind of works out that way. What book or series got you into reading? Malibu Rising is the book that got me into reading. Actually, I want to think it was Neza, who now has like her own little book channel called Neza Snow. But she was talking about Malibu Rising, or maybe she was talking about Evelyn Hugo. One of those two she was talking about, and she was explaining that like, oh, there's a character from one that's in the other, whatever. And I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. Like, it's basically like a spin-off kind of situation. Like, that's so cool. And she was just describing it, like really hyping it up. And I was like, okay, let me check this book out. And so I decided to read it, loved it, thought that it was very relatable in certain moments. And then, like I said, read the next book, which was The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Loved that even more. And then from there, I just started like watching more like book videos on YouTube and TikTok and getting recommendations and just kind of getting like sucked into this world that I never had any intentions on being a part of. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I don't know. I guess I would want to know, like, how do they read so many books? Like, they will literally post a video that's like, I've read 26 books in a month, and I'm just like, how? How do you have time? Like, do you do anything else? Like, how do you have time to, like, do laundry or, like, cook or, like, sleep or, like, use the bathroom or, like, go to work? Like, how do you have time to do, like, normal, everyday human things and also read that many books? Like, are you just, like, a really fast reader, or, like, how does this work? Because I'm trying to, like, do it and it's not happening. Like, I can't get past, like, 7 or 8. So the fact that you were in, like, double digits is, like, absolutely insane. I need to know what the secret sauce is to be able to get to that level. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? With any channel, part of it is, like, consistency. But I guess with a booktube channel, it's a little bit harder because with other types of, you know, content, it's kind of like just being consistent and posting or whatever like that. But with a booktube channel, you kind of have to, like, read in order to post. So it's like you have to keep up and be consistent with reading, and then also keep up and be consistent with posting about, you know, what you've read or what you want to read and stuff like that. So I guess one of the challenges is that I'm kind of worried that at some point I will stop reading. I've probably read more books in this year alone than I've probably read in my entire life. So I'm worried that at some point I will stop reading, and then the channel will ultimately die. When did you start reading? July. July of 2020 is when I started reading. Have I read books before that? Yes, but I probably could count on my fingers how many books I've read prior to July of 2022. So that was an easy answer. Where do you read? Home, in my room. Sometimes I read in the bathroom because, again, I read on my phone. So if I take my phone with me to the bathroom, on the train, pretty much anywhere. Because a lot of the reading that I do happens on my phone, I can pretty much read anywhere. Like, even if I'm, like, at an event and there's just, like, this awkward, like, lull of, like, nothing going on at the moment, you know, other people will pull out their phones and check Instagram or TikTok or whatever they're doing on their phone. I'll take out my phone and I'll start reading. So I can pretty much read anywhere. So anywhere, I guess, is the answer to the question. Anywhere that I can take my phone is where I'll be reading. What kind of books do you like to read? Oh, that's easy. The same kind of stuff that I like to watch on TV, honestly. Murder, mystery, suspense, thriller, anything that's kind of in that vein or in that genre, that's definitely, like, top tier #1. Rom-com will be #2. Fantasy will probably be #3. And then maybe sci-fi will be #4. I'm not a huge sci-fi person, but when sci-fi is mixed with mystery, it's usually, like, really, really good. So, and then everything else, like general fiction, will probably be after that. I don't know, what other genres are there? My camera picked a fantastic time to die. And by fantastic, I literally mean fantastic. I just finished the last question. That was the last question, so at least it didn't cut me off in the middle of me talking. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. If you are also a booktube newbie, let me know down below. Let's connect. If you're not a booktube newbie, we can still connect. One of the reasons why I make these videos, outside of the fact that it's just enjoyable and fun for me to do, whether anybody sees them or not, is also to connect with people that have similar interests. So be sure to comment down below. Socials, Goodreads, Amazon, TBR, all that stuff is down below in the description if you want to check those out. And yeah, do all that YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Found an interest. Hello? I've recently found an